Yeah, I was bullied in school, made to feel a fool, kicked in the jewels, so I broke all the rules. Got tired of being treated like shit, so I lashed out. Anybody said something to me, they got punched in the mouth till I got kicked out. Didn't end there, I get shit anytime I go anywhere. I get odd looks and stares. Little do they know I like to walk over there and break their stare by grabbing out by the hair, ripping it out. What you whispering about now? Oh, but now the freak's gone crazy, so you're the victim. Press charges on me, abuse the broken system. If I'm a psycho, y'all made me this way. It took a lot of time, so y'all all gotta pay. Next time, make sure your eyes don't stray. Y'all made me a bully, and I don't play.
I'm a bully, you made me one. I'm a bully, you better run. I'm a bully, you made me one. I'm a bully, you better run.
Knuckles are bloody, they didn't even try to touch me. People talk shit till they get hit. Holding your face crying cause I can't hurt you with my wit. Well, maybe a little bit. The revenge buffet is open, bitch, all you can eat. Your suffering will get me rich and you'll come crawling back to me. Well, guess what? I'm not offering any handouts. I've come a long way from the camp-loving Boy Scout. I've been corrupted by my own eyes, I love it, I ain't gonna lie. I'm an evil-loving guy. This truly is a curious case. If you gaze into my furious face, you'll see the reason for my delirious ways and serious tastes. And oh, by the way, I mean everything I say. Don't be alarmed if you feel a little shook. You're hearing the voice of the man who's gonna shape history books.
I'm a bully, you made me one. I'm a bully, you better run. I'm a bully, you made me one. I'm a bully, you better run. I'm a bully, you made me one. I'm a bully, you better run. I'm a bully, you made me one. I'm a bully, you better run.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
Warning. Godless Geeks features videos on the internet and are for mature audiences only. If you would like to support the podcast, click on any of the links down below, like Geek, Amazon, Player One Coffee, or become a Patreon for amazing behind-the-scenes, post-shows, private shows, and exclusive contents. We also allow people to come on our show to defend the video. If you'd like to defend your video, message us through our email, Facebook, or Twitter. Enjoy the show. And we are live, folks. What's up? Frank Wolf here, Brent. And we have Nate's Talks to You. Sorry we switched up around time zones. I got called into work a little bit, but we're here. And I'm hoping we're trying Zoom tonight. So far, I already like it. It's less trouble. So now we just got to see if these guys can hear anything.
Yeah.
That's
Well, the best part is that I'm not seeing that that late 90s pay-per-view fuzzy Barney porn over on my end this time. So that's a success, I'd say.
But yeah, again, man, thanks for coming on today. It was it's great to have you on.
Yeah, no problem. I know that this is your Let's Riff show, and I thought, wow, watching some cringy Christian shit on the internet, that would be a lot of fun, or just any kind of pseudoscientific shit on the internet. That's gonna be a lot of fun to check out.
Oh yeah. He asked me if we had a topic before he came on and we started and stuff like that, and he kind of told me, was like, we usually do a topic, and he was like, well, I want to suggest urine therapy, and I was like, we already know a lot about that.
Oh, you are familiar with that? Where'd you hear about that before?
From one of the people from the videos you sent me, which we are bringing back somebody that we thought was going to be long gone, but someone re-uploaded her video.
Return.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, the reason why I recommended urine therapy is because, for one thing, it's disgusting, and that'd be a good thing to riff. But also, I have a show on my channel called Bullshit Busted, where I just debunk conspiracy theories and quackery on the internet. I thought, wow, this would be a great topic to go through. This is kind of like my training for that, I guess.
We got a bunch of videos on urine therapy today. But unfortunately, we do have to get to the news first. But first off, again, dude, if you want to go ahead and, for people who, which I wouldn't know why they wouldn't, go ahead and describe your channel.
Yeah, so my YouTube channel is NateTalksToYou. I've been doing YouTube videos around since 2010. Most of what I cover is just, topical stuff in the news happening right now. I cover politics. I like to cover stuff like feminism and religion. I made a video recently, Muslim Logic Fail #2, where I talked about a Muslim televangelist called Zakir Naik. And I just went through different pseudoscientific claims that he's been making. So, prime example, he doesn't believe in evolution, but he has one very unique belief, and that is that eating pork will turn you into a cuckold. So I along with different beliefs of his, and I just broke down why it's all bullshit. And I'm already seeing quite a few angry Muslims in the comments section.
Oh my god, that is so great. I need to watch this video now. Like, I didn't realize that me eating bacon will turn me into a cuckold.
Yeah, he seems to believe that eating a certain kind of animal will make you behave more like them. But I think that Zakir Naik's been having too much goat, because if you look at his beard, I think that if you eat goat, you become like goat.
Yeah.
That's new to me. Like, we've been doing this show for 2 years, and I'm a little let down that this is the first time we've heard about this.
I know, right? Like, how do we not see this yet? But anyway, if you guys haven't yet, his link is down in the description below. Make sure you do subscribe to it.
Fuck, Frankie, we take a week off and cuckolding ham.
Right. Oh,
fuck. So now my YouTube history is going to be way more littered than it already is. Thanks a lot, man.
You're going to have to explain a lot to your wife right now about what you're watching.
Oh, at this point, I'm pretty sure it's just understood. Oh, that's the weird shit he does for the show. Okay, gotcha. At least that's what I say.
Yeah.
I like this comment, by the way, from Mute the Bozo. Boobs, bacon, and pee-pee. I'm there.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm only going to eat hot dogs from now on, so I'm going to become more of a huge wiener. That's great.
So what is first on the news for today?
Oh, shit. All right. Here's holding your breath and making sure this is actually working, because this is what I'm worried about. Ohio cop under fire for tasing I think she was 12 years old from shoplifting from Claire's or something.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ohio police officer is in trouble with his own department after tasing an 11-year-old girl accused of shoplifting, and we are now seeing video of the moments after it happened.
Sweetheart, the last thing I want to do is tase you like that. When I say stop, you stop. You know you caught. Just stop. That hurt my heart to do that to you.
Cincinnati police say Officer Ken Brown violated policy when he tased 11-year-old Donisha Gowdy. You can see in the video he stayed with her while the fire department removed the barbs from her back. Police say Brown's first violation was not warning her about the taser. They also say he didn't turn on his body camera in time and expressed a racial prejudice.
There aren't any grocery stores in the black community because of all.
All right, what? And while I'm trying to box this up because for some reason it didn't pop up, what world are we living in right now where a 12-year-old or 11-year-old actually
11, yeah,
gets fucking tased?
And then we sit back and debate about it, like, was he in the right or wrong? It's like, oh, fuck.
I mean, you know, those 12-year-olds are very, very threatening. You know, they can pull out a Glock on you. I have no idea.
Yeah, man.
Might throw braids at you.
They've been trained by Fortnite. They know how to handle themselves.
No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how common this kind of police brutality goes on out there, but whenever it happens, it's just fucked. So yeah, that's disappointing. I'd say that this officer should get fired. It's a 12-year-old girl.
Exactly. And the fact that he also turned off his body cam, and then when it is on, you see this, you know what, sweetheart, this is why there aren't any grocery stores in black communities, because of all of this going on. That literally makes no sense.
Blame the victim. That's what we'll do. It's your fault you got tased. It's like, look, hey, if you want to retain the child in the back for stealing something, yeah, that sounds like an appropriate measure. Get in touch with the police, get in touch with their parents, and go through the proper channels. But you know what? Look, you know, put yourself in the position. Would you rather let an 11-year-old get away from you as a department store security officer or whatever? Would you rather let her get away with the merchandise, or would you rather tase her? Like, which is better for your image?
Well, I mean, that cop was kind of fat. Maybe he couldn't keep up, and he figured, you know what, I better tase her. It's going to get away.
Fuck, man.
That's why they give security guards Segways, dude. Come on. Everybody knows that.
I don't get that, by the way. How can they allow police officers to continue doing their job for years on end when they're morbidly obese? Don't you think there should be some kind of training program where if you get above a certain kind of weight, you get fired because you're not fit for that kind of duty?
Yeah, like there should be some sort of leave of absence or whatever until you're physically prepared to get back. I mean, you know, you would think that these people would go through physical and mental evaluations, considering the importance of their job and how, you know, how we've seen things can go south. And they say they do that, but I'm not so sure that they're doing a very good job of that, honestly.
Now, to my knowledge, I think when you first apply to become a police officer, they do have some kind of training program for you to go through, like a health program. But after that point, once you're hired, you're pretty much set. There's no more training past that point, which I think should be reformed. Absolutely.
I ain't doing no fucking sit-up seniority, bitch.
Oh, shit.
What is going on?
The police chief hasn't said what disciplinary action Brown could face.
I'm gonna call your mama. Come on, let's go.
Moments after shocking 11-year-old Donisha Gowdy with a taser, Officer Kevin Brown escorts her back into this
All right, what? Oh, sorry, it just wouldn't stop. What other consequences should there be? I mean, the child's heart is probably a little bit more fragile, I would say. Especially
not quite developed enough to receive an electric shock via barbs.
Yeah. So,
let's not forget how suspicious it is that this is mysteriously, the incident is not on body cam, but everything after it is.
Ah, fuck me, man.
Yeah. So, did anything after this situation happened? Was she fined or arrested? Or what happened after this point?
I honestly haven't heard any updates on it. I think this happened about a week ago, actually.
Wow. Yeah, I'd just say turn her loose. I mean, yeah, she fucked up. I mean, she shouldn't be stealing, but tasing is obviously excessive.
Yeah, at this point, it's almost like getting a time-served sentence. It's like, yeah, you're 11 and you got tased. Just go home. I think you learned your lesson.
But the damn shame is that this officer will probably receive no punishment whatsoever. I mean, they might get a leave of absence, but beyond that, they won't get sued or anything.
More than likely not.
That's fucked.
It always shocks me how the police investigate themselves and then they found innocent of any wrongdoing. How's that work?
Well, I just was looking into my case and I believe I didn't do anything wrong, so I'm off the hook.
Yeah, my colleagues investigated whether I was doing any wrong or not, and they determined I was A-okay.
Yeah, so at most what he should have done was scare the living shit out of his child by putting her in handcuffs, putting her back in the car. You know, a little bit of a, like, oh, fuck, I'm about to go to jail. And I'm like, nah, just kidding. You're stealing a candy bar. Just get the fuck out of here. Don't do it again. Not just...
I think she stole some clothes or something. She was big ball and she skipped candy bars, bro.
God damn.
Went straight to designer clothes.
Oh, fuck.
That's still not quite warranting of a taser, though.
Billionaire Tesla head Elon Musk.
What is he up to?
We know what he's up to. Once again, seeming to dare people to call him out.
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
How does that work? Do people get upset at you if you do certain things?
Do you see this right here?
There's tobacco and marijuana in there.
Is he inhaling?
He did not inhale, first off. This is a classic Clinton.
Yeah, I remember watching this entire podcast. It was beautiful. I mean, what annoys me, by the way, is that the media and just the internet in general spent so much time focusing on him smoking weed. It's like, who the fuck cares? At this point in 2018, do we really care anymore about marijuana? There were so many amazing topics I covered in that stream, talking about new modes of energy, new modes of transportation, just the history of technology. And yet everybody focuses on, oh, he smoked a bit. Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Like, when this popped up, like, I heard someone told me, like, yeah, did you see, like, Elon Musk smoking weed? I was like, I'm surprised that he doesn't. I mean, the fucking guy, like, he's rich beyond, like, just rich as fuck. I'm pretty sure he lives in somewhere where he can do it, but does anybody really care?
For me, it's just another reason to like him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the dude shot a car into space with a dummy in it. That was awesome.
And then it landed itself too. So I mean, he's smoking something, obviously, to accomplish ideas like that.
Exactly. And I did hear, like, it's not talked about in this particular video, but there apparently is a young lady out there who had gotten fired from Tesla for failing a drug test for smoking marijuana. And she's super pissed about it. Like, she's the only person I want to hear talking any shit, though. Like, I'll give her that. Yeah. Like, I could understand holding a grudge about that, you know, but that's just kind of the way things are. But anyone else, shut the fuck up. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I can see why she'd be pissed. But, like, wait a minute, I just got fired and you're smoking, like, weed on the Joe Rogan Experience. What the fuck?
Well, I don't know. Hopefully, Elon will hear about that situation and rehire her, because I don't think that smoking marijuana should be, you know, something to fire you over. I mean,
yeah.
At this point in time, we should all be smoking marijuana.
I mean, you see how quickly he grabbed that blunt. Like, this is legal? Okay, sweet.
Yeah, like it was some kind of cigar. It was like a mixture of tobacco and weed in one. Then he just smoked it, and then he had that interesting expression he did, and that just became the meme all over Twitter.
Yeah. Once again, I'm just saying, Elon, you did not inhale that. You're not fooling me. I'm seasoned.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure.
Okay, whether or not he's inhaling, he's in a state where it's legal. But right there, Elon Musk is seen taking in a joint during a podcast interview with Joe Rogan.
All right. Also this morning, two top executives for the company, Elon Musk's company.
Yeah, that wasn't a puff. He just held it in his mouth a little bit and puffed it out. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to kind of boost my cred up a little bit. What Joe Rogan did, that was a puff.
It's like Nate said earlier, all the very interesting and vastly more important topics that were brought up during this podcast. And it's, you know, stop the fucking presses. Someone smoked a blunt. You know, like, fuck's sake.
But I mean, you know, it's only because it's Elon Musk that they're covering this. If there was anybody else in the podcast, I mean, they've had tons of people on the show who have talked about, you know, taking acid or marijuana or any kind of drug, and nobody cares. But the minute it's Elon Musk, because he has that big profile, now it's a massive outrage all over the media.
Yeah, didn't Alice Jones even take a hit too?
I believe he did.
He might have. He's smoking something, obviously, if you've heard his parts on the stream talking about the different dimension or whatever.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say I'm not gonna blame that one on weed, man. I'm gonna say that's a little bit further and beyond.
I think it's a Brain Force Plus, probably.
DMT.
He smoked the DMT.
That's how you know.
Tesla announced they're jumping ship. The company's chief
Lizard
accounting
brain.
officer and head of HR both announced their departures hours after Musk's pot-smoking appearance. May not be about that, though. It may be about other
may
stuff.
not. Remember,
Yeah.
this company has been
Got a lot of headlines.
embroiled in controversy. We're seeing the stock drop.
The only thing I think is somewhat not even controversy. Like the only thing people that have an issue with him is flat earthers. So,
well now he's got the anti-pot moms now to deal with. Whatever will he do? It's over with for you, Elon. The flat earthers and the anti-pot moms are coming together.
I mean, I can get it if Elon Musk was the founder of, I don't know, Sesame Street or some shit, but I mean, this guy's working with fucking rockets and shit. How is that going to affect soccer moms?
It affects them deeply. Those children look up to him.
God damn it.
Rob, surprise indeed.
What do we have here?
Atheist
Bible.
Yeah, it's called Atheist Bible because for some reason the way I had to download it, I don't know. Anyway, apparently a lot of people are pissed off because of scriptures from an atheist Bible, which I didn't know we had an atheist Bible.
This clip is a bit dated, though, isn't it? I think I've seen this from a while ago.
It is. It floated around a little bit a while back, but it kind of went under the radar here on the show. So I wanted to cover it because it's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah, wasn't the idea that this guy put some of the more controversial quotes from the Bible on the back of his truck, and that offended people because, you know, how dare you? Those are the bad parts. They're out of context.
We've already cherry-picked all those out. What are you doing?
Most people will
were under the old law.
They read what's going on with his tailgate. In fact, his painting, Read Your Bible, isn't what most people would think either, as I found out this morning.
And do what it
says.
says.
At his home.
I put the scripture on there about 5 years ago.
Along with the verse from 1 Corinthians, Hicks painted on 3 crosses, the fish symbol, and Read Your Bible.
The reason I put this particular message on, I want people to read the Bible. I want them to see this message and say, is that true?
But the true reason behind the multiple messages and Tom Hicks' take on the Bible may surprise you.
It's a hateful, hateful piece of work, which Christians try to turn around, and they talk about love.
Tom Hicks tells...
I'm surprised they even, like, aired this, because this guy's got a country accent, so you know he's, like, Southern.
He's one of us, man.
Well, he's from Virginia instead of the license plate.
Oh,
Virginia.
okay.
Now,
I didn't see that.
If you can find this guy, you should definitely bring him on the show sometime.
Yeah.
Because that would be an interesting interview to hear, you know, what would motivate him to do this. I imagine, I think he even mentions in the stream that he got a lot of shit from people in his neighborhood for doing that.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna find this guy.
What an interesting way to try to convert people to atheism. I mean, effective. Don't get me wrong. Could be very effective. Here it is. Here's the parts that they don't tell you about in Sunday school, kids.
Now, I live in Illinois, so I mean, there are religious people over here, but people are kind of chill about religion. But you're both from South Carolina, so what are most people like in your area? Is it very religious? A lot of churches everywhere?
Dude, there's more churches than Starbucks. That's how
and I've found that either people are very religious or they want that to be they want to come across that way. Even if you can tell by the way they act that they're not, they really want to hold strong to that's the case, that they are very religious. So either way, it's people kind of hammering the point home, even when a large portion of them are very hypocritical.
So it's kind of like virtue signaling in a way.
Sure.
Now, if you want to get some viewership, maybe you should try pulling off a similar stunt to this guy. I imagine that would get a lot of attention.
Dude, man, I think a lot of people around my area would be too dumb to get it. They'd just be like, yep, that's right. It does say that.
I would get my tires slashed where I live at. So I'm just saying, because I kid you not, 5 minutes from my house, there's about 5 churches all around us. So I would get my tires slashed.
Only
one idea that I have had, I know that there was that one Satanic Temple statue put up recently. I was thinking one of these days I have to go down to the Bible Belt, maybe South Carolina or Virginia, and just organize some kind of like satanic march through a neighborhood. See what kind of reaction that gets.
I can tell you some neighborhoods you definitely want to mark off the list to not
get
go
shot.
down. You feel like actual physical violence may come your way. I'll help you out, man. I don't want to see you get hurt.
Well, that was my goal, actually. I was thinking, you know, I want to get a little bit of violence going on. Maybe not get shot, but maybe get some shouting.
I got you there
fun
too.
Video.
I got you there too. I think I could some balanced out neighborhoods where you'll get some shouting matches, but no actual life or death violence. Also,
maybe we can plan that out sometime. Beautiful.
Tells me he isn't a Christian.
Right now, I don't believe there's a God. So I guess you would say I'm an atheist.
Most who read the message on his tailgate believe Hicks is trying to send a biblical message.
It was so outrageous and so offensive.
Some.
If you're if it's outrageous and offensive, I mean, it's in your Bible. That's what it says. So you can't be too offended if you, fuck me.
You know how like you're having all these YouTuber boxing matches pop up? I want to see this guy go up against G-Man. You know, the read your Bible fight.
Now, what do you think? Do you think that G-Man is legit, or is that guy a Poe, as Aaron Ra called him?
Fuck,
you know what? I used to think that that was the case. I don't anymore. I really don't anymore. Because he's done and said some things that I believe coming out of his mouth. I honestly believe he believes them, and they're so ridiculously ludicrous.
I mean, if he is a Poe, he is a dedicated Poe. But he is comedy gold. I wouldn't mind having a discussion with him sometime on this show or a different show, because I would just be laughing my ass off the entire time.
He's been on a few times.
Yeah, I might can pull it off if he's still talking to anybody from the atheist community. So I actually hadn't watched him in like months,
yeah,
since the whole doxing thing. I hadn't watched him in months, but I might can pull it off.
Now, hasn't G-Man on a few occasions defended slavery in the Bible?
Yep. He defended it through to Matt Dillahunty on the Atheist Experience at one point.
Very poorly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is sad. I always find it so ironic when you see Black Americans defending the Bible. It's kind of like almost seeing a Jewish guy defending Mein Kampf, because there's so many verses in both the Old and New Testament defending slavery. I mentioned a few of them on the Non Sequitur show a while back. And it's just like, you know, how can you ignore this stuff? It's so blatant.
Man. He's defending so many weird stuff, and some of it's been on our channel. He even threw up a weird ass hypothetical. It was something along the lines of, I think it was on morality, I believe, and he was like, he was talking to Kyle Curtis at that point. He was like, would you say like there was aliens that took you and your sister up and said, if you don't rape or have sex with your sister, we will blow up your whole planet. Would you do it? And all three was like, yeah, you know, it's fucked up, but we would do it to save, you know, like, go through a little discomfort to save the greater all. And he was like, I'll let you all blow up. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was like the most weird fantasy, kink, incestual moral dilemma ever. That we really got a good glimpse inside G-Man's brain.
Yeah. I don't even know where he was going with it. It was just something he threw off the top of his head, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was actually, like, smoking on a vape pen, and it threw me off my high for a second, and I'm like, did he really just ask that question?
Delving into the mind of G-Man's kinks right there.
Exactly.
Would you harpoon your sister to save the world, basically, is what he asked.
Whoa, fuck.
An off-duty Dallas police officer shot and killed a man at her apartment building just south of downtown Dallas.
Okay, this is a little older, because we were off for a week, but I think, like, didn't she get in trouble? Or no, she didn't get in trouble, did she?
This is the one that happened like a week ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah, I guess the situation was that at her apartment, like, she went to the wrong floor. She went, like, one floor higher or whatever. She went to the door. It was locked or unlocked or whatever. It wasn't the way it was meant to be. And then she went inside, and the guy was, like, running in the corner, and then she shot at him. but it was actually his apartment, not her own apartment. And I mean,
Yeah,
I hope that she gets charged for manslaughter at the very least.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys, as we watch this video, if you're anything like me, when you're hearing this story, you'll like, I'd say less than 15 seconds, you're gonna call bullshit. Like something. This story reeks of some extra shit going on that we're not privy to.
So you think that there was some kind of personal beef that she had with the guy living there?
I think that it's got to be something more than that, because I mean, look, you know, I know when I walk into my home that I'm in my home. You know.
Well, I mean, to my knowledge, I mean, the one excuse they've said is that she was working for like so many hours, and when you're tired, your mind isn't in the right place, obviously. So that could have made her forget what floor she was on. So I mean, I don't know. That's a possibility. But do you think it might be a racial issue, or is that too much speculation?
I don't know if it goes that deep. I honestly, I don't really know what the story is. I just know that the story that they're giving us, or that she's giving, because obviously we can't get his side at this point, it reeks of bullshit. Like, I mean, even down to the point to where she had a welcome mat, he didn't. That's an indication before even entering into the apartment. Oh, well, looks like someone stole my welcome mat. Okay. Well, you know, you would at least notice something. I mean, when you walk in, you've decorated your apartment, you know what it looks like, you know the layout, you know, and I've been really tired before coming home from work, working 12 hours on third shift, come home and all you want to do is crash. But I never walked into the wrong house.
I don't know. But either way, I mean, clearly she's not competent enough to continue her job. And at the very least, fire her and charge her for manslaughter.
Oh, by the way, that beeping was me. Sorry, guys, I missed it. I didn't know anybody could hear it now. Just like people were like, "Do you hear a constant beeping?" I was like, "Shit." So.
Checks out. This may just be a tragic
What would
mistake.
YouTube be without a smoke detector dying in the background?
Tim, Lauren, good morning. The Dallas Police Department just left the scene after spending about 7 hours out here investigating. They haven't been able to tell us a lot of information just yet, but what we do know is that an off-duty officer who lives at Southside Flats actually killed somebody that was inside of an apartment. Now, here's what we know exactly. The officer finished her work shift around 10 o'clock last night and was getting back home. That's when she entered what she believed was her own apartment, but that was not the case. It was somebody else's apartment. She ended up shooting that person inside. Responding officers found the victim, a 26-year-old man, badly wounded. He was taken to the hospital and died a short time later. Police would not say whether the female officer fired her weapon because she thought it was an intruder or whether it was for some other reason. People who live nearby say they got a notification about the shooting on the app called Nextdoor. They can't believe what happened.
Super scary because the police are supposed to protect.
All right, so
I have that app. It always tells me about the meth labs in the next neighborhood.
I need to get this.
It's really cool. I like it. So a couple of people in the chat were saying she was charged with manslaughter.
All right, good.
Yeah. I think it was just a lot of fishy shit. Like, even with this, it was like, I know we all get tired, and I know cops work sometimes like 12-hour shifts and stuff like that. I've worked jobs not as stressful as that, but I worked 12-hour shifts. I didn't go to the wrong house and be like, oh shit, someone's in my house and try to shoot somebody.
I mean, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. You're tired, you've worked a long shift, you come home, you end up in the wrong apartment, and there's someone in there. Is really firing off a bullet the first course of action?
You are a cop. You can say freeze, and then you got handcuffs.
Well, there's one article that says that she claims he failed to follow her verbal commands. But if you're just in your apartment and some cop just bursts up in there, which first off, you've got to have white flag or red flags going off here. It's like, okay, do you have a warrant to be here? What's going on? Like, I'm confused. I mean, I can just kind of sympathize with someone busting into my apartment with a gun going, get on the ground. Stop resisting, or whatever the fuck.
I don't know. There are so many factors to consider here. Her being tired, maybe she was on some kind of drug. Did they test her for drugs?
I'm not sure.
I haven't heard anything about it, but she should have been.
Yeah, I don't know. So there's so many factors to consider here, and yeah, it's just a fucked up situation all around.
If a stalker at Walmart breaks something they're putting on the shelf and they get drug tested, pretty sure this bitch should too. Also, just wanted to call everyone's attention that the Robbie Battle thumbs down train has started to choo-choo. So leave us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the stream so far, guys.
The Robbie Battle? What is that?
It's this guy that comes around and he likes to thumbs down our video because he thinks he's trolling us, but in the end, he's giving us views and engagement, and we don't.
Thanks for refreshing the page for each one of your 30 sock accounts, bro. Appreciate
This guy
it.
trolls you by spending his time going from different accounts to thumb down. What a fucking loser. What a sad piece of shit.
Even if it's not Robbie Battle, whoever it is, he's right. Fucking loser.
Now, how do you know his name, by the way? Has he been on your show before, or what is
we
he?
actually know him.
Yeah, I know him personally. I used to work with him. He lives like 15 minutes away from me.
And what is his beef with you guys? Is he religious or what?
You could never tell.
He used to be really tight with the show. He used to come into all the chats, and then he came in and started some shit with the people in the chat, and we didn't defend him. Was his reason for getting mad at us.
Do you think it might be a bit of envy? He isn't getting the viewership.
I don't think he has a way to achieve viewership, considering he starts a new channel and deletes the other one every 3 weeks. So I don't know. He's a weird guy, but it's the story of the Geek Room, man. We have some very interesting antagonists,
and we love them. That's all I can say. Like, I don't know.
They're so cute.
I mean, I don't know. To my knowledge, I don't think that thumbs down actually affect your ranking and search results. I think that as long as you're getting some kind of attention, whether it be likes or dislikes, it'll actually benefit your channel. So more power to them. More power to them.
It's considered an engagement in your analytics. So thanks, man.
So all right, so that's it. Pretty much it for the news. Now we're getting into the crazy people.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Exactly. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Wait a minute. We left out the most important news of the day. What are we doing?
The most important.
The most important news of the day. Bert and Ernie are gay.
Yeah.
We like. I just want to preface. Really, only thing I want to say about that is, how is this news?
Wait, so Sesame Street has officially said that Bert and Ernie are a gay couple?
Yes.
The guy that actually created Bert and Ernie said, "I always thought of him as gay." I was like, "Well, duh." Like we discussed this on Pitman's channel this morning. They're like, well, "Why is this news? Why is this true?"
Well, I don't know. It seems like a lot of shows nowadays are a lot more chill about that happening. And Steven Universe, they have like 3 lesbian couples now. So it's whatever. Nobody cares at this point.
Until it's the Muppets, and then those soccer moms are up in arms again. Dude, man, you got Elon smoking weed. You got gay Muppets. What has the world come to? Soccer moms are up in arms.
Shit. We do have a special announcement that we will reveal at the end of the podcast. So, guys, make sure you stick around for that, because I just remember we were supposed to do it at the beginning, but then me rushing in, I totally forgot to mention it. But
now you got to stick around to the end, fuckers.
Yeah. So. But so we're getting we got a lot of videos about urine therapy today.
I think I gave you like 4 different urine therapy videos, because I made a compilation video for Facebook a while back for a different like debunking Facebook page, and I used those clips in there. I thought these would be worthwhile to show on the stream because they are pure cringe.
I'm glad I'm not the only one or we're not the only one besides the people that watch our stuff knows about Ray Florence. Like, anytime I talk to
Ray Florence?
Yes.
I didn't even pay attention to their channel names, but I'll look this up. Ray Florence. Okay.
You can't find her anymore because she deleted her.
Sadly.
Oh, okay.
Gone. But I mean, some of her videos are still around on YouTube. I know H3H3 covered her a couple of times, and I think that's kind of what got her out there into the ether, so to speak. But she's a fucking nut. It's great.
And you can find her on Pornhub. So just saying.
Oh wait, was she the tan girl with the brown hair and the big tits? Was that her?
No, she's like pencil thin.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of a different person then. But yeah, I gave you a link to that big titted girl too.
Yeah, this is Rain Florence.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like home again now.
Feeling nice and snuggly.
It's all euphoric. Nice. Welcome back, Rain.
It's really sad that she did delete her channel because she was kind of like a constant like reoccurring theme. We done videos on piss enemas, garlic water enemas,
menstrual blood hair dye,
cucumber vaginal cleanse, like every fucking thing. This woman's she's so nuts, but it's great at the same time. So, yeah.
Don't forget about her ice dildo, Frank.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that.
An ice dildo. God, I'm missing out. I just found this one video from her, but I had no idea how deep the rabbit hole goes with her. How deep the ice dildo goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be glad you haven't visited the Pornhub side of things. Where she's got a chili pepper in her asshole.
Okay, now tell me again. What is her name again? Like, can you spell it out in the chat for me? I want to look this up now.
I got you, man.
Yeah. Oh god.
Therapy, and I'm actually going to drink my urine for you.
Why?
My urine? I just peed just a few minutes ago. I have been learning so much about urine therapy. Basically, it's the best way to recycle. It's the best form of vitamins and nutrients that you can possibly take in. Your body supposedly puts in signals that will help your body sleep better, will help with your nutrition. Everything is in your urine.
Shut up and drink the piss.
It's your fucking waste, you crazy bitch.
You can dab urine onto your skin if you have
if I can get this
problems.
to stop, it would be great.
Ancient women from many different cultures have used urine.
Many different. Name them. Well, you know why the ancient cultures. You know why they didn't know what they were doing.
They were trying to figure out what the fucking sun was while they were drinking piss.
I mean, people were drilling holes in their head, putting lead in their bloodstream. I mean, they didn't know what they were doing.
You got ghosts in your blood. That's what it is.
Okay, so I saw her on Pornhub. I just saw like a clip of her giving some guy a BJ. Not very impressive.
No.
Not very impressive at all.
It's the chili pepper up the butt or nothing. That's the only video worth watching there.
The what video?
There's a video with a chili pepper in her butthole. Check out that.
Wouldn't that burn? Why would you do that?
I think you answered.
Is that some kind of like anus cleansing or what is that?
Apparently, these were things that were part of her Patreon that someone put up on Pornhub. I don't know if she did it or if others did it, but I do know for a fact those came from her Patreon page.
I don't know. I guess gotta hustle, right?
Fake it till you make it. By the way, she looks so strung out in this image you've paused it on.
Yeah, she does.
That piston got her fucked up.
Now, I gave you a couple of timestamps too, right? Because those are like the key moments I found were the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, I just pulled them up so I can...
All right.
Here on camera.
Do it.
I just love her reaction. Just look at this reaction from her.
What do you... What do you expect?
It's like, no shit. It's your waist. No wonder you're cringing.
That's tart.
Wait. Do you expect not to, like, gag a little bit? Your body's saying, no, you shouldn't drink this. Like, it's trying to expel it. Because it already spelled it once.
You're just not woke enough. You see, like, the bitter taste, all the salt. You know, that's actually, like, the great chemicals enriching your body.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, and then she rubs it on her face.
Oh, my God. These people are...
I have seen people do that in person.
In person? Like, in your hometown?
Yes. that think that it would cure acne, that they would actually rub their own piss on their face. I've Oh no, I was just gonna say I've seen a guy piss on a rag, wring it out, and wipe it all over his face. You haven't really lived until you've been in that situation.
Now, I think the idea behind urine therapy is that there's some chemical in the urine, which I guess has some kind of value to it. But the thing is that there's so much other stuff in there along with that one chemical that it isn't worth it. There's more harm than good from drinking it. It's like you could say, oh, well, if this one acid chemical has water in it, therefore it's good for you. You need water, right? It's like, no, there's all this other toxic shit in there that why would you drink it?
God damn it.
On your skin is supposed to help your complexion if you have any acne.
I'm watching this wondering why she has no videos filed under water sports on Pornhub.
Hey, you would think that would be like her key way of getting it. Just drinking some guy's piss. I don't know.
This would be better if I had a cotton ball, but I don't.
No, it'd be better if you just didn't do it at all.
I just find it funny. I mean, she had to have sat down, watched this video on her computer, and saw herself cringing and talking about how it stung her skin later on, and yet she still put it up online.
That's a bit.
She didn't think, maybe this is a bit retarded.
Just a tad. And if you know, like, unfortunately, we're Rain Florence historians now. So, like, we've even seen her bathing rituals, which are bare minimum at best. So,
bathing in urine, you mean?
She bathes more in this urine than she actually does taking a standard bath. So, I'm going to assume she actually smells like piss all the time.
So she would have to spend how much time like collecting an entire bathtub full of urine just to bathe in it? Wow.
I don't know, but she smells like piss and her butthole smells like a chili pepper.
Oh, and I'm kind of getting a nice sting on my face from applying urine to my skin.
A nice sting.
Anyway,
it's because it's acid. You're putting acidic chemicals on your skin. Damn it. You are hurting your skin.
Good times.
Wow. All right.
I'm just trying to imagine what her home smells like.
Oh, so
I mean, if you ever go on a date with a girl and she smells like urine, I mean, run for the fucking hills.
We were talking about on Pitman's show about Stormy Daniels got brought up, and Pitman was like, "Look, for $1 million, I eat Brett Keen's asshole." I was like, I'm sitting there thinking now, I don't know if there's any amount of money I could get that would make me even come close to this woman at this point.
I mean, does Brett Keen even have an asshole at this point? Isn't he like melded to his couch at this point?
It's all just one living organism now. So
his couch hole. You just got to cut the piece out of the couch.
Brett Keen, you're not as slick as you think.
Certified health nut here.
I love that song.
Couple things.
So are these two like a gay couple or something? I don't know what's happening here.
Here's what disturbs me right off the bat. Being a bearded guy, and this is in this video. When we were talking about like Ray Florence rubbing piss on her face, I could just I hadn't seen this video yet, but if he drinks any piss, I know sometimes when I drink a little bit of like whatever, like beer or something gets in my beard. God, imagine how bad that fucking beard stinks.
That is a real beard to fear.
Yeah.
Now this one guy, the one guy without the beard, he looks so haggard. So I imagine like he must be drinking a lot of the piss for the most part. He actually drinks piss in this clip. So yeah.
So when's the dude in the back gonna tell me all about steak and eggs?
Oh shit!
That's what you should have for breakfast.
We'll go ahead and jump into. Holy fuck! That's huge.
What?
I'm just trying to imagine how long it would take them to fill that. Now, I'm wondering, by the way, like, that jar, is that of both of their urine or one of their urine? Is he going to drink his friend's urine?
Wonder Twin powers, activate.
Does mixing the urine make it stronger?
You gotta can that stuff, man. You gotta put it in a mason jar to get maximum, results.
Oh man.
A couple of peppers in there to make it spicy.
That's an interesting color.
Oh fuck.
I love this quote, by the way, that he says here.
Now, there's this method I came up with where you pee in the jar, and if you can see the bottom, all the Ormus element settles at the bottom. Now, this is, there are many different nutrients in here, or I'm sorry, many elements off the periodic table, maybe all of them, and they're extremely bioavailable, which means as soon as you drink them, they go right to your bloodstream.
All of them, all the nutrients are in there.
You know, there are some elements on the table you might not want to drink, homie.
Yeah. Oh.
Just all the nutrients are good. Just drink them all. They'll be fine.
It's a nutrient.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Chemicals bad. Drink your own piss.
Oh, man. All right. Let's get... Jesus Christ.
He looks like a douchey-ass rabbi.
Yeah, he does.
Even the radioactive one says Ares 106 in the chat. oh, here's the drinking part. Beautiful.
Look at the guy's face.
I mean, mentally, it's
he's got it open. He's like, oh, fuck.
thing as
This
well.
smells really bad.
It smells like apple juice. It's because he's got a good diet.
It don't taste like apple juice though.
A good diet.
So it's good bacteria.
A good diet of
and your digestive
piss.
system loves it. I mean, it knows what to do with it. It's a great diuretic.
This is real probiotic.
Yes, that's right.
Guys, it's free 50 free.
Free 50 free. All right. God damn it, people are gross.
Yo, this is fucking disgusting.
I mean, these guys have some kind of pee fetish. I mean, just be honest. Don't cover it up with all this like health bullshit. No, you have a urine fetish.
Yeah.
Can you get I imagine, yeah, you probably could get HIV by drinking another guy's urine.
I'm pretty sure you can catch a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh my god. Jeez. That's just gross. Alright, let me see which one is next.
Oh, I think he found the caveman clip next, right? There's a video of some Australian guy who looks like he just came out of a cave. This could, yeah, this is it.
Is he drinking his piss out of necessity?
Talk a bit more about what's valid, what's reliable, what's scientific more.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
No, wait, pause it. Now look at this.
This dude looks like the dude from what is it, Big Daddy? It's like, I hate my father.
Now, doesn't this guy look reliable for health information?
Man, the Indian in the cupboard really let himself go. God damn.
It looks like he just came out of the one Hook movie from the 90s. He just came from Neverland.
Jesus.
Rufio. Where's Cosby?
Oh God.
It's okay. Your father loves you.
This freaking nasty, smelly hipster came under a bridge.
Why do I smell patchouli oil while I'm looking at him?
Oh god damn it. Alright, let's see. It's 10:45.
Alright.
God.
Part of this, you're going to have better hygiene. And by the way, once you've drank your urine, the time will pass just a little bit, and you'd be noticed that the more that you do that, the more that you'll have baby fresh breath again.
God, I'm trying to imagine being next to this guy and smelling his breath.
His baby fresh piss breath.
I don't know. When I think of baby breath, I don't think of it being fresh. I think of it smelling like vomit and freaking green beans.
Close enough.
But look at how freaking aged he looks. He looks like he's been out in the sun all day. Damn.
Red Eye Nacho, come get your boy here. Like, what the fuck?
Your eye?
Yeah. This is a representation of your country.
Crikey.
Is this what's going on down under? Fuck's sake, man.
Oh, fuck. That's...
if you want some pissy fresh breath, you're gonna have to like what? So like you're actually like if you're gonna sit here and try to convince people that oh this is good for health reasons, yeah sure you can convince some idiots. We've seen that to be the case. But people who fall for this like oh yeah I drink my own piss for baby fresh breath.
Oh shit! All right, so we got the
Didn't I give you one more urine therapy clip?
Yeah. Day one.
Oh yeah, this.
Hey guys.
Oh, by the way, I got a
it's
couple
Diana here.
links for you in
So
on
the last couple
Twitter.
weeks, the last couple months have been crazy for me. I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna live.
Okay. So
Oh yeah,
watch
here's
a
the
little
chick.
bit. Yeah, well.
Where I'm gonna stay. Universe is always taking care of me, and my eating habits have been a little bit crazy than normal. I've been stress eating because I'm with my family. Been eating a lot of sugars,
well, at least
and
it's
just feeding my
pleasing than the last
candidas.
I think I'm seeing a bit of her nips.
I just started that I need to do the urine therapy. I
That is
could
a high
still do the
areola.
urine therapy and eat food, but now I am just going to do the fast. I've been trying to do the fast for the past 2 weeks, but the surroundings that I'm in and the people I'm around, it's really hard. So today's day one, November 19th. It's about 5 o'clock here, so I'm almost done with the day. The thing that I did find really weird this morning is that I peed over 32 ounces. And normally
His drinkers do that. It's 5 o'clock
so
somewhere.
I guess I didn't. So that didn't feel good this morning.
32 ounces of piss.
I just used that all for my
32 ounces.
I like how her skin is like a urine yellow color, by the way.
Oh shit.
There's also a video on her channel where she's giving herself a urine enema.
Oh yeah, Ray
She
did
has
that
some kind
too.
of like squeeze bag, and she's like pumping the urine into her rectum.
Pissing my ass. Yeah,
I mean, she's hot. I'll say that, but she's an airhead.
Oh my god.
I know later on it shows her drinking her piss too.
Yeah, let's see.
This is the kind of like she reminds me of that kind of girl from middle school that you could trick into like getting head from or something. Like she's just that dumb. Like this is what happens when they grow up.
They drink pee. And apparently, Red Eye just taught me a new word. He's going to teach me a new Aussie word. Garn. Example. Carn get fucked. Oh, Jesus Christ, people.
since Thanksgiving is on
Sugar
Thursday.
is poison, but
Whatever.
urine is healthy.
I can do anything.
Yeah. You hear that gag, didn't you? He's like, oh, fuck.
Believe in yourself.
Drop some.
It said believe.
I forgot. I like to put this on my eyelashes too because it makes it
Drinking
grow.
glasses.
Makes your hair grow.
Wait, she puts it in her eyelashes? Why?
Oh.
Of all places, why? Is there no place you will not put your urine?
So this is what they were talking about when I was in school, just a wee lad, and they were like, you know, believe in yourself. You can do anything, even if it's rub piss in your eyelids.
Now, I know there was one clip. I didn't give it to you guys, but there's one clip from like the 90s of some guy with glasses talking about how he put urine in his eyes and it improved his vision. He says while wearing glasses.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Nice.
By the way, yeah, I gave you a couple of links on Twitter, and they are from different hadiths from Islam about how, I guess, the Prophet Muhammad drank camel urine. So I guess there's urine therapy in Islam.
That don't surprise me.
You know, if there's something that I would deem grosser than drinking your own piss, it would be drinking someone else's piss, especially like an animal. Yeah.
I know I've seen some videos of different people from the Middle East also drinking camel urine and like rubbing it on their face and stuff and saying how healthy and hygienic it is.
I think someone in India was like doing with cow piss at the same time. I was like, oh.
Well, yeah, and I know the Hindus, they worship cows, so that's probably why they did that in that video.
That's great. We got Gage in the chat writing lyrics to Pissy Eye Joe.
It hadn't been for Pissy Eye Joe, I'd been married a long time ago.
That's a fact. It's a good way to get married is to not rub piss in your eyelashes.
Yeah.
It helps.
Oh man! All right, we got one more, and we featured these guys last week, and they were eating veal testicles.
Yeah.
Eating what testicles?
Veal testicles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like just going to fucking town.
The question this week on the table that we should all ponder is water healthy, and should we really be drinking it?
Have you heard about Jordan Peterson's like all meat diet, by the way?
No.
Tell me more about this all meat diet.
Yeah, he's been on Joe Rogan. He talks about how he eats like nothing but meat. It's like some kind of like weird carnivore diet or whatever he has, but it's gonna fuck up your system entirely.
It's postmodernism, is what it is.
Sugar is part of the postmodernist agenda.
Do not drink water. Fish is fuck in it.
Well, the seawater's so
Hi,
salty,
everyone.
you guys.
In the health community, people do like to talk about
welcome.
food. And then they sometimes talk about water, usually arguing about which one is better, distilled or spring water. What if the conspiracy is that we shouldn't drink water at all, or at least very little? Ashna's Wonder Planet is the only one who talked about this.
How about you try that and tell us how it goes?
When we eat raw food,
I mean,
yeah, go for it, bud. I'm down. I think he should put his body on the line for science. You know, don't drink any
I
water.
think that it would take some severe dehydration to come up with ideas like this.
Drink water. Drink your own piece. It's much better for you.
I don't understand the whole thing about like distilled and shit like that. It's just, to me, it's just water. If I'm thirsty, I'm grabbing some kind of water, except for piss. But there's no conspiracy.
Look at my hairline. I got this from not drinking water.
Just going to hang out here in the woods.
That's like totally not creepy though, right? A dude with his hairline way back here in the woods wearing a wife beater talking about not drinking water.
And eating veal testicles.
Yeah, imagine running up on this son of a bitch in the woods on your morning hike. You shouldn't drink that
some
water.
health advice. Hey, come here, little boy. I just don't get, like, of all places, why would you just, like, walk around in the middle of the woods? It isn't even a trail. It's just, like, the middle of the woods.
It's like Blair Witch really just let the fourth movie go. They didn't really give a fuck.
This is worse than the second one.
I'm lost in woods, but it's okay. I don't need water. Fuck.
But when we eat dry and cooked food, we don't. That's why we always want to drink water, because it's supposed to be a natural part of food. Except that when you do this, you don't get hydrated. Now you may think about other animals in nature.
Wait,
don't they drink water? Look into it.
Something about drying food, and this is why you don't use water. Yeah, that's how you like. It's one way to preserve meat, but you don't want. What? Like.
I think he's confusing preservation of food and hydration of the body.
Water bad, urine good. That's the only hydration that you need.
Oh fuck.
It's all natural. Come from your dick. Fuck water.
You will be surprised. What about
Does he
my
actually
pet dog?
You have any like studies to back up what he's saying, by the way?
What do you think?
You probably also feed them an unnatural diet. If you would give your dog blood and raw meat, which they would eat in nature, then they wouldn't ask for any water. It's the same thing with humans. When we get older, we do look very dry. Nowadays, in the 50s, 60s already. This is...
This guy.
You know, dung beetles roll balls of shit, therefore you should do it too. Dogs sniff people's assholes, you should do it too.
Why do you think he's out in the woods? He's looking for shit to roll and asses to sniff. Good morning.
I think this guy's Norwegian or Swedish or something. Someone asked me, like, what's his accent, French?
Yeah. He needs to become a chef. That would be awesome. Just go ahead and make that transition complete.
Fuck me.
I do not use water when I cook. Only peace.
So this video is like 18 minutes long. Does does anything crazy happen beyond his crazy ramblings, or is it this this the entire time?
It's this the entire time. Once you get through the first minute or so, you've pretty much heard everything he's got to say.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You know.
People like this that long videos, just listen to a minute of it. You'll get an idea. The rest of it's just incoherent rambling. So I'm just Ron Simmons down, right. So
Yeah, I guess if you fast forward to the end of the blank. So in closing, water is not good for you.
I wasn't sure if it might like black out at some point or like go back to civilization in the woods perpetually the entire time.
Funny. He's dehydrated. He just reiterates the same point over and over and over again, never noticing.
Damn it.
I go home now to eat veal testicles with my friend in flat Earth shirt.
All right, so we didn't get to play this last week, but caller asked Alex Jones about the transsexual porn on his phone.
Oh yeah.
I tell you though, it's neck and neck though. People don't get upset about this.
Oh yeah, that story.
Yes. And also, what about the trans porn on your phone, Alex? Or you were going to talk about that?
Say that again.
Trans porn on your phone. That's all they keep talking about. And
you know, I saw a couple of news articles about that. It's ridiculous. I was like looking up some reporter we're trying to hire today and punched in some number, and it popped up porn on my phone. Everybody's had porn pop up on their phones hundreds of times. So I'm sitting there with a phone on air.
I watched that clip. There was more than, it wasn't like, you know, watch this transsexual porn or something like that. It was like literally videos after videos.
He had already selected a couple of titles. Let's put it like that.
There have been plenty of times where I've just been, browsing the internet randomly, and I just see Blair White pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah,
that's a very common occurrence.
Pop-ups on modern smartphones happen all the time, And by the way, if he said he was looking for someone he was going to hire, was the person that you were looking to hire a transsexual porn star? Just out of curiosity.
Is this part of the review process? Watch a couple of porn videos of the trans person you're hiring?
There's a casting couch behind that InfoWars screen.
All right, we need to, do an inspection here. See how good you can give head.
Nice tits. Where's your dick?
But I mean, either he or somebody else using his
URL up in the studio.
Maybe it was Paul Joseph Watson got a bit excited and thought, I'm going to look up some trans porn.
I'm shocked he didn't go the Ted Cruz route and be like, oh, it was a staffer. It was a staffer.
Or he could have gone the route of what is the name of that one journalist who found there's like hentai on his search engine. He said he was trying to show his children what hentai was.
What?
Oh, I gotta look this up. Hold on a minute.
Wow,
that's hilarious.
Oh, you ever? Okay, Kurt Eichenwald. Kurt Eichenwald is this one journalist. And he put a picture up on his Twitter, and a person zoomed into one of his tabs, and it was some kind of weird, incestual octopus hentai he was watching. And his excuse, his mastermind excuse was, I was trying to prove to my wife and kids that hentai incest porn was a real thing. It's like, does that really help your case at all?
I won that bet, though. My wife and kid both owe me $10. Mm-hmm. Look at this, honey. Waluigi hentai. Check it out. Alex has an even better explanation. He basically tells on himself without even noticing it. It's fantastic.
Oh, shit.
Don't knock tentacle porn, bruh, says Gage Paragon.
Damn.
Roll this beautiful bean footage. It's so delicious.
Video, and then something pops up, and oh my God! And I looked at it. Wasn't the news blurted out because there was nothing there? They blurred it to then say something was there. Then you went to it was some porn menu. I probably had porn menus pop up 500 times on my phone. So I appreciate your call. I mean, it's insane, ladies and gentlemen. There's two types of people: people that look at porn and people that lie about it. But I wasn't looking at porn.
If you have porn popping up your phone 500 times, one, you need to get that fixed because there's a virus. Virus from watching the porn.
So, did he just say what I think he just said?
Yeah, he just indirectly admitted that he looks at porn. He said, there are those who look at porn and those who lie about it, but I wasn't looking at porn.
Does he even give a shit anymore? Is he even trying at this point?
No.
I mean,
I
honestly,
mean,
I
if
feel
I
like
were in Alex's shoes, I mean, he could bring a new demographic over to his InfoWars page. You know, he could like target the whole trans community this way.
that's kind of what I think he's honestly going for in a way. It's like, I'm not going to admit I did it, but I'm kind of going to put it out there that I'm full of shit. I mean, because he's kind of been shut down by a lot of social media outlets. So maybe this is his way of, you know, staying relevant and garnering new audience. I don't know, but I mean, that's the best way to bullshit out of something and just kind of, it's almost like he's winking at us as he says it.
Damn. All right, so we got
There's actually a point in time where I was a fan of Alex Jones back when I was like 14 years old. For about a year or two, I got really invested into Illuminati, conspiracy theories, and such like that. And I was, I actually wrote like a paper, I think freshman year of high school, praising Alex Jones. But yeah, that was not a good point in my life where I just believed a lot of stuff, all the anti-vax stuff.
It was a phase.
Uh-huh.
We all go through that phase.
Then I grew up. Then I grew up and realized that it was all bullshit.
Yeah, you watch X-Files, you're like, yes, I can believe in this shit, and you kind of look it up, these little weird books, and you're like, then you grow up and you're like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I know people who thought Ben Shapiro was like an intellectual at one point. You know.
I almost got to that point where there were points where I was watching Ben Shapiro, and I mean, he's a very well-spoken guy.
Sure.
He does bring up like a bit of science with his claims, but the more I've watched him, the more I've realized he's just more, you know, a figurehead for spewing biased conservative talking points, and you know, it doesn't seem like he's interested in being totally honest.
I would agree.
All right, so
two types of people that look at porn: those who do and those who lie about it. Alex Jones didn't look at porn.
All right, so Vigilant Christian is kind of butthurt and use a very, very clickbaity title.
Dude.
Like, really bad.
Hey everyone, it's TVC Mario.
Another YouTuber of this caliber. We just lost TTOR not a month ago. And now we're losing TVC Mario? Fuck, man.
I pray you're having a great day. I'm having another rough one waking up to this nonsense. Now, I've been trying to make sense of what's been happening to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, I woke up last week, and this is exactly what happened to my YouTube channel. Half of my videos were confirmed by manual review to be not suitable for advertisers, and that's pure nonsense.
Bitch, that's called a Tuesday for me.
Like, how about we just go through these titles here, by the way? We got China is burning Bibles, crosses and tearing down churches. The reason Christians today are so weak. I was just about to stumble. I know he has way worse stuff out there. I know he's made a bunch of propaganda about Gorillaz, the band, about Katy Perry and other bullshit like that. He's an interesting guy.
And yoga.
Yeah, we can't forget his yoga page, I guess.
Yeah, man. That one picture still gets my butthole wet every time I see it. Call me Mario.
To show you the advertiser-friendly guidelines and what you can and can't say. And I made sure in these videos to not do anything that's controversial. I didn't even show clips or audio or visuals for any other person's content. It's just me talking about my faith and expressing my beliefs. And YouTube decided today that...
Yes, you do show other people's content. He does it on a regular basis because 90% of his content is, here's something that's popular. It's of the devil. Here's how the Illuminati plays in. And then he'll show the clips and, oh, look, see, look, there's a triangle here. And he made this symbol with his hand here. It's like, yeah, you did. And I'm not sitting here getting upset at Mario or whatever. The thing is, this is happening to a lot of people, Mario. And as this video goes on, he tries to make it like it's about him. Like YouTube's specifically coming for him.
That's a very common trope with these people, is where anything negative happens to them, a video gets demonetized or a video doesn't get as much viewership or whatever. It's always because the CIA or some other organization is directly attacking them specifically. I remember that Alex Jones made a video back in like 2011 where there's a glitch on YouTube where like his YouTube icon wasn't showing up. And he made a video like where he was half naked saying, oh, well, the globalists are coming after me. They're trying to hide my channel. It's like, no, it was a glitch. It happened to my channel, too.
Hell, we tried to change our name, and YouTube wouldn't allow it.
But, I mean, like, keep in mind, by the way, that this is not suitable for most advertisers. Not all, but it means that a lot of people on the internet would not want to be associated with a guy who promotes conspiracy theories like he does. I got the same thing too, because I talk about Islam and, you know, that's not PC. So my channel gets flagged too.
Yeah. I mean, every video I post on my channel gets a yellow $sign. I know it's going to happen before I even post it. Yeah, but you know, that's just the only thing that really pisses me off is he makes it all about not just himself, but the Christian faith in general. They're coming after them. And it's just like, you know, he even makes that mention. And I left a comment on the video. He never got back to me for some reason. But I'm like, hey, I produce majority atheist content, and every video I post is limited or no ads. So seems a little counterproductive, don't you think?
I know there were even videos, you know, just talking about LGBT issues that got demonetized. You know, just like normal stuff talking about gay rights and such. That gets flagged by YouTube because I guess some people would have an issue with that. So yeah, this isn't unique to him at all. Do you think that he actually believes he's a victim, or he's just trying to play it up for his audience to get more attention?
I think he knows he's going to need the attention, honestly, because he's, you know, he keeps talking about leaving YouTube, even though he made like 4 videos after this one.
That's a very common trope I see with these people. They say they're going to, like, you know, quit YouTube. They're going to be taken down. It's going to be the end of the world tomorrow. And then sure enough, nothing happens, and they just, you know, keep trucking along like nothing ever happened.
And they don't take down the videos. Like, they'll go like, yeah, the world's going to end tomorrow. We're all going to die. Jesus coming back next day.
Now, you see, we're in the wrong group. You know, if the real money comes from people like this, because these are the dumbest fucking people you can market your shit to.
Agreed.
These people, if you can market to people who will drink their own urine, I mean, you got the money in the bank right there.
Exactly.
Agreed.
These people, like Rain Florence had like, shit, she had thousands, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and videos topping like 20K and stuff like that. And I need to start just drinking my piss or something like that. Yeah, that's up there. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
new Patreon tier. Watch Frankenbrand drink piss.
The piss tier.
The shit we won't do for money tier.
They are going to
the chili pepper tier.
Confirm it by manual review. Normally, you can like send it off to be reviewed by someone, but someone over there has it out for me, and they're trying to shut down this channel. That's exactly what this is. So please, the link to the other channel is left up in the pinned comments. And if you would consider, please becoming a patron and helping out that way, so that I can
consider coming.
We are watching an ad for Patreon right now. Yeah. It's a big victim ad for Patreon.
Here's the interesting thing. He made this pretty much the same exact video like 5 or 6 days ago. I put it in the playlist for this week's show. And then he made another video where he was like, he added a few things, and then he deleted that video I already had. So I had to go in and grab that video. And this cycle went through 4 videos before we got this one.
Look,
wow.
Mario.
Now is Mario, has he gotten more popular, or has he kind of began declining over time?
I think he's kind of like staying still.
I'd say stagnant.
Like, yeah. Like
because I remember hearing about him, I think originally maybe in 2015, because I know that DP talked about him a lot and made fun of him.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure how he was doing since the DP era.
Yeah, I think he got stagnant. So
yeah,
I think this is why so many videos of support me on this Patreon, subscribe to these other channels and shit like that. So
I haven't seen a whole lot of loss, but I definitely don't see any growth on the channel either.
Yeah. He's got some nuts watching him. Oh my god.
Well, that explains this kind of content. He has to, do the victim card to get more attention, and he has to shill Patreon every chance he gets. Otherwise, there's no point in doing it anymore. He has to get the global followers to do his bidding.
He's kind of like the little whiny ass bitch version of Alex Jones. I would say. A little bit more emphasis on religion, but other than that, pretty spot on.
Hasn't Vigilant Christian actually called out Alex Jones before and said he's like a liar, he's part of the CIA?
I think so, actually.
Yeah. Why is everybody doing that? Like, everybody's just going back and
I mean, these people are so fucking paranoid that they even start doubting the people who got them into doing what they're doing.
I know that do you know about the chemtrail community at all?
Yeah.
I know there's God, I can't think of his name right now, but there's this one guy who runs a website called Geoengineering Watch, and he's like one of the main proponents of the chemtrail conspiracy theory. And there's this belief in their circle that the fires happening in California aren't because of just natural events, but because of lasers from the sky starting fires in different areas in California. And the guy who runs Geoengineering Watch didn't actually go along with that particular conspiracy. So some of his own followers were saying that, oh, he's like a paid shill. Because if there's one conspiracy you don't follow, they'll say, oh, you're just a disinformation agent. Either you're all in or you're not at all.
I think that's why, that's honestly, other than what they say being ridiculous, that's why this community is never going to gain any traction, because they always eat each other.
Yeah. I'm reading your comments, Tatit. I just didn't get to see them then. So, anyway. Yeah.
What the fuck is Billy talking about?
I don't know.
How's Vader Tech? Stocks up.
Mario, this is happening to everybody. Quit with the victim shit. It's just not. Yeah. All right. So what's this guy's name?
I don't feel sorry for you, Mario.
He was like the armored Christian at one point.
The armored Christian.
Yeah.
Just like the alternate armored skeptic.
Very alternate.
Fuck, what was his name again?
Righteous Judge?
There you go. Yeah, that's him.
That's what he is now.
Here's him talking about Maria in a... God, this guy's creepy.
It's finally coming, you guys. Maria's finally going to show up this time.
Hey, guys, so I just had a dream
Whoa!
About Maria.
This is a nice camera angle, by the way. It's like we're in his lap.
I was at the airport. I don't know if I'm really going to go to the airport to meet her. I'm going to have God's intervention for that one. But
this is a catfishing
anyway,
story?
At the airport, I met Maria there. We
We're
went
not
into the
sure.
bathroom, and we just
No one
started,
knows.
well, making out. And boy, did that feel real. I mean, like, really, really real. Just making out with her.
So basically, he came himself in his
Didn't
sleep.
feel like the first time, but it
No,
definitely felt
maybe
like
I missed something, but he's talking about going to the airport to make out with a girl called Maria, or what? What's
Apparently, it was a dream. Where
He had a dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, like, look, I'm late to the game with this guy, but from what I gather, Maria is a reoccurring character in his videos. That it's debatable if this person even exists, but it's more scary if the person does exist.
Run.
Because this is an unhealthy obsession.
Are we watching a video from a schizo right now, or
Potentially?
I'm not sure. No one knows.
This is he's pretty much known for his videos. He likes to talk shit about atheists, and then he'll follow those videos up with, well, Maria's coming today. I had a dream where I was Goku and I went over 9,000 with my Super Saiyan power. I'm not making this shit up.
Holy shit.
So that's a sign that she's coming.
Yeah.
Because
so
I
he hates
me
God, apparently.
So, obviously I'm putting this up for her if she sees this. But, wow.
This dude's got to be fucking trolling. Like, I can't... Like, I can understand some people that can have a healthy obsession with someone. Dude's got to be trolling or something. I don't know. It's just.
I want him to grow his beard back out into his chest hair like it was in that one video. The unstoppable neck beard.
All right, so here's Wild Bill. Yeah, Wild Bill.
Oh, fuck.
That's all you can say about it.
Pledge of Allegiance for American schools.
One of the greatest disasters
we
in
already had
American
one of
history
those.
was public education being overrun by flaming liberals who immediately expelled all Christian moral standards.
Flaming
that were the
liberals?
key
This like
to
coming
American greatness.
out of the 80s
Now
or
we have
something? It's like a Miami Vice clipping.
Yeah, he lives in Vice City. It'd be great if you saw like 3 or 4 stars appear above his head and he takes off running.
Drinks urine, 1 star.
Mass murdering each other, raping each other, impregnating each
I am
other,
digging
on
the
and on.
Urine Girl, though.
And the only solution the flaming libs have
Oh, this is Wild
condoms,
Dildo?
Planned Parenthood, and
He got a
cursing the
perm.
Second Amendment. Well, I know exactly
Bill got
how
a
we can immediately put American schools on the road to recovery. Every morning, in every classroom, every student stands at attention for the Pledge of Allegiance. Any teacher who
That'll do
refuses
it.
gets fired, no exception, and every student who takes a knee in protest is immediately introduced to the wonders of homeschooling. And every teacher, without exception, starts the day with a lesson from that pledge. Lessons on loyalty.
What I mean, Pledge of Allegiance has been the same thing for how many years? I don't know how many lessons you plan.
Well, the pledge has actually changed over time. I mean, did you know that the original pledge we had in America actually involved doing more of the Nazi salute?
No, I didn't know that.
Or the Roman. Yeah, if you look back at footage or different images from the 1930s or 40s, we did the Nazi salute for the Pledge of Allegiance, but then it was changed to distinguish America from Nazi Germany. And I know that later on, Under God was added to our pledge. The original one just had one nation, indivisible, but then Under God was put in there later because we wanted to separate ourselves from communism.
Because that's scary.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to be conformist.
What I don't get, by the way, is how can these people, these conservatives, talk about, how much they value freedom and free speech, but the minute you want to, protest the pledge or take a knee, the most peaceful way to protest, taking a fucking knee, that's going too far.
You're going to be homeschooled, bitch. We're taking you out of the fucking... Yeah, let's create more weird homeschooled kids. Go for it, Bill. That's awesome. Preach. But he said that would solve all the problems too. So no more school shootings or anything like that because everyone's saying the pledge every day,
Yeah, they do like to go around just bash on Colin Kaepernick. I think he had somewhat ulterior motives besides what the cops were doing to the black people and stuff like that. But these people are bitching about him because he's taking a stand, he's taking a knee, and he's doing it peacefully. But then Nike signs them, and they go and light fire to everything. That's not peaceful. That's
I just think someone needs to light fire to that fucking perm on top of his goddamn head.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's funny. I mean, yeah, there are plenty of triggered liberals out there, but I mean, conservatives are just as bad in many cases. I mean, if you're burning your fucking merchandise, I mean, you could make a lot of money selling all that stuff. I know that there were videos back a couple months ago of a lot of conservative football fans burning all their football merch. It's like, you could make, I imagine, a couple $100 selling all this football stuff that you have.
Or
but no, they make these really cringy videos on Facebook.
If nothing else, give it to Goodwill.
Give it to homeless vets that might need it. Put your money where your mouth is, man.
Those people that you pretend to care about, support your veterans. No, I'm going to burn it.
Freedom. Freedom until it's freedom that I don't fucking like.
It will be free once they burn the house down anyway. We'll have a place to live. Be free wild and wild.
Personal honor.
Bill.
Unity as a nation. And most important of all, what it means to be a nation under God. A nation that is accountable to the Creator God whose hand was clearly seen in the establishing of the United States. Every student must be reintroduced to the fact that each and every one...
You mean by through people like Thomas Jefferson who went and wrote a more realistic version of the Bible and took all the magic and miracles out of it. Or Benjamin Franklin. What wasn't it Benjamin Franklin who was like, yeah, fucking lighthouses are more useful than churches. Yeah, those people. Good job, Bill.
One of them is accountable to their creator, and one day each of them will stand for judgment, where they will answer for every word and deed in this life. The absolute #1 deterrent to evil behavior is the knowledge of the unavoidable eternal judgment that they will face. The Pledge of Allegiance will also give those kids a sense of belonging, a sense of national pride, which leads to a desire to contribute to this country rather than tear it down. Gee, wouldn't that be a nice change of pace?
God damn. All right, look.
Let's just live out the film They Live. Let's just go ahead and start doing that. For fuck's sake, man.
Right,
his butthole's itchy because some kids aren't standing for a pledge. Look at your fucking hair, Bill. You have more pressing matters to be concerned about.
It's kind of hard to imagine the guy who's, worshiping God with a haircut like that. I mean, God cursed you.
He smited his hair. And the rest of him.
So let's hear how Robert Patterson is taking credit.
Oh, Joy, that guy's still alive? How old is he now?
I don't know. Him and Jerry Lewis are taking bets on who's going to outlive each other.
He's melting.
He is.
He is honestly melting.
I think he's a puppet. I think he's actually dead already. Like puppeteers controlling his body at this point.
So there's 2 gay Muppets. Well, 3.
Storm trackers, and they say, what is the deal? Well, here is what it looks like, and the weather forecasters said the hurricane's path is, quote, bizarre. We prayed, and look at that. It came in here.
Is he based out of North Carolina?
I'm wanting to say around that area.
All right, so the way he's describing it right now is he prayed so it doesn't hit him and his house and stuff.
Yeah.
So his God's like, okay, I'll diverge it this way and just hit the fucking South Carolina. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, you could easily rebuild this church you have up here with all this money you've got, but no, we're gonna send it to a trailer park in South Carolina instead.
Hey guys, I gotta have a bathroom break. I've had 3 beers.
Go for it.
Gotta give my toilet some urine therapy.
Yeah.
Totally fine. Yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
Quit that. Just stop.
But this is like the 3rd time that Pat Robertson has deflected a hurricane with his fucking Kamehameha powers. I mean, have you seen the one where he's like putting his hand up to like the image of the hurricane or whatever? Yeah. See, if you look at the yellow part here on this image we're showing you, that's the hurricane. That's where it was coming from. You look at this white part over here, that is the Hadouken that Pat Robertson sent out to the hurricane to blow it slightly more south.
I'm going to, I will have to agree with Robbie right now. Like, it's still fucked up, North Carolina. Like, there's still fucking floods. It barely touched South Carolina, and it hit us. Like, it came our way, but it fucked with North Carolina worse. So apparently your prayers did not work that well. You think it just saved your ass, but North Carolina,
you got lucky, punk.
Yeah.
It's basically how I'm gonna put it.
Yeah, North Carolina still got pretty fucked up. I think worse than I'm up near North Carolina line, so
what up? I mean, like, people already died from the hurricane. Like, so how successful did he think that prayer was? Well, my property's fine. Thanks, Jesus.
Now, what's the name of that other preacher, the one that was in the news a couple months ago, who the televangelist who wouldn't let people into his own congregation?
Oh, Joel Osteen.
Yeah, Joel Osteen, that fucker.
Yeah.
I remember there was like footage of the interior of his building, and it was totally clean. But no, it's flooded. We can't let people in.
See, you can hear it squish. when I step on it.
That was Pat Robertson's prayer. Like, please don't let Joel Osteen get embarrassed again in this hurricane season.
Oh, shit.
At the point of aiming toward Tidewater, and then it went down that way, away from us, and we asked the Lord to take it out of here, and He did. We haven't had it's like a shield that God has put around us, but it's called bizarre, and here is what the headline.
Another reason not to trust that God asshole. He showed favoritism.
I prayed for God to send the Avengers, and He did. Captain used his shield to deflect it. Spidey-Man twisted it up in a web right over top of fucking mobile home central. Yeah.
I guess God didn't care too much because so many houses have been flooded at this point. People have died already. So yeah, I guess God was like, you know what? I'll let Pat Robertson live, you know. I know he's already near death, but all those younger people, you know, fuck him.
Rat Pobertson is okay, so we're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I see this son of a bitch, I think about the end of the Wicked Witch of the West. He's melting. What a world.
Yeah, we all know it was the Gale Shield in reality.
I guess you can't pray to God to let that, you know, get a facelift.
Goddamn CERN caused all this anyway, right?
Save us, Brett Spiner.
He's the only one who can.
All right, we got 2 more videos. This one, this one's kind of funny.
What is this video about?
Woman wants her cheese.
It's a public freakout, I believe we would classify this under. But the commentary by the cameraman makes it all worthwhile.
Of course she's fat. Let me speak to the manager.
Fucking female
Apparently that's all for them.
She got no cheese.
Need some cheese for my mouth.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
I like this.
Is that all for
freaking milkshake the entire time too? This is a prime example of why you don't get involved in retail, because you have to put up with people like this the entire time.
Yeah, it's not exactly like you have an ideal job to begin with. You know, like I squirt nacho cheese into a box, and you think that I need to hear your shit, lady? I'm like 2 seconds away from fucking killing everyone in here. Shut up.
For you?
20 minutes. No, it's 20 minutes and she paid for that. What do you take?
It's fucking, yeah. Oh no, get away. More cheese. More cheese. That's pretty funny. Who the fuck does that? Oh no, get out of here. She's gonna get me.
Love that freaking gut
Give her
hanging
more
out the edge of her freaking pants.
That almost sounded like G-Man for a second there, like the laugh he does. It was almost like G-Man.
Give her more cheese.
Oh, fuck.
Real life trolls are the best trolls.
So is that a Mickey D's or what is that place they're at?
I think it's a Taco Bell. God damn it, she wants more cheese. Get Pat Robertson to pray for more cheese. That shit's effective as fuck.
Now, next person's not going to get hardly any cheese.
Yeah, we ran out of cheese because of Pat's prayers. The rest of you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
All right, so we got one more video. This video, I saw him through the Atheist Rationale's channel. And this guy, oh my God, he's coming on our channel next Monday with at Atheist Rationale.
Oh, this is the guy.
This is the guy. I can't tell if he's trying to be so we already got the discount Terminator, so now I think this is a discount Jason Voorhees, or just
Does he wear a Jason mask or what?
borderlines on cross between the second Jason and the KKK member.
Oh, potato sack Jason?
Yeah. So,
now we all thought the sacks were a good idea. Yeah. No Django fans? Okay.
Hello everyone, it is John Kragan. I'm from the Kragan clan, and I wanted to make this video talking to you guys about
the Krag. I forgot to pull the video that actually has it on there, but it's the Kragan clan.
Is that a hammock in the background, by the way?
That's his bed, sir.
Wow.
Unleash the Kragan.
But this is how you shouldn't have horror movies in your house, or any like relics from other religions. So
I have like 700 horror movies. Like, what's gonna happen to me? I gotta hear this. Hit play.
Not bringing cursed objects into your home, and not bringing cursed items and enchanting items inside your home. So basically, the Bible does say that thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. In Exodus, the Bible says that enchanters and witches are an abomination to God. So why would you want to bring something into your home that was used in something that's an abomination to God? And by the way, I want to make something very clear. When I refer to satanic and cursed objects, I'm not just referring
excited,
to...
isn't he?
Yeah.
He's all out of breath.
Why is he so out of breath? He's like, okay, so
I don't know.
Don't bring cursed objects into your home.
And also, my mom told me, you guys, that if you watch scary movies, it'll bring to put a demon in your head. And then you guys, guess what?
Oh, fuck.
Satanic Bible. Or
He's like that one kid from Clerks 2.
Oh, shit. Elias.
I just got lightheaded doing that.
Or the Quran, or the Talmud. Books that are for false religions. Even those are satanic. Even Roman Catholic Bibles. Even those are bad. Because the Roman Catholic manuscripts are corrupt and perverted. And they actually remove certain commandments from their Bibles that deal actually with bowing down to idols. So even the Roman Catholic Bibles, even those are actually dangerous. And
so you got what, the King James version? Totally never been edited.
Are always out of order, and aren't in good order, and they're always messed up and stuff. Because
dude, calm down.
Unlike my book full of murdering the firstborn of Egypt and the fucking earth, drowning everybody. No, that's the correct book right there.
This dude needs to take a breath. Relax, man.
Chill, bro.
It's okay. We know you're a little off, or a lot off. We get it.
The Virgin Mary.
So this is the Virgin Mary.
They have their perverted Bibles. They're messed up Bibles. They also have pictures of the saints. They have like that white Jesus, that false Jesus. So that's actually why Roman Catholic families are so unorderly and disorderly and that kind of stuff. And how I know is because I actually have Roman Catholic friends. I've been to their homes, and it's quite unruly. So, and this is probably because
he's gonna be the one guy.
Great anecdotes, by the way.
So he's coming on when?
Next week, next Monday.
Okay, so I'm gonna put in my resignation before then.
Make sure to get him an inhaler before he comes on, though.
Here are all the ways everything's evil.
Well, hell, you're on for that, man. In the chat. Oh, God. All right.
They don't have the peace of God inside their homes because their homes are full of, their Roman Catholic Bibles or, all the other stuff. You ever wonder why, I just noticed that, and like I said before, not just Satanism. Obviously, Satanism is obviously bad, and obviously...
Jason Todd said,
you should never
sounds like every kid that calls me the N-word on Xbox.
But you also shouldn't even have the Quran in your home, because the Quran was written by a literal murdering pedophile. Muhammad was a murdering pedophile.
He is wrong there.
You really want to bring the book in your home that's written by a murdering pedophile? Plus, the Quran is false. Islam is a false religion, so why would you want to bring that into your home? Or for example,
but mine's real because reasons.
I actually have family members who are very liberal, and I've been in their homes. I'm not going to say who it is, but I have family members who are very liberal, very kind of left-wing liberal, and they are Christian, but they don't. First of all, they don't believe in soul winning. They actually believe in embracing all religions. So they actually believe in
them, right?
Just a one world, religion.
Those sound like some tolerant assholes.
I mean, that alone is pretty satanic. And by the way, if any of them are watching this, I'm not angry at them. I'm just simply saying that, all we gotta do is peacefully all I have to do is peacefully go to my family members and just tell them that, hey, the Bible commands we're supposed to be separate. We're not supposed to, embrace other religions. And that when the apostles were here, they didn't embrace other religions. For example, when they're on the hill with the pagans, they didn't embrace the in fact, I said this to one of my family
So
members.
if this were text, where do you think the period or punctuation? Just taking guesses here.
There's no commas, no periods whatsoever.
Just a very long ramble. It's like he's running a line of coke before doing this video.
You don't want none of that part, none of this shit, do we? Take a breath, man. Oh, is he Canadian?
Yeah, he's Canadian.
What?
That's my same exact reaction. I was like, no, really?
I have a little bit more respect for the Canadians that I've had encounters with. I'm very disappointed. Not only do we got shit on like Nacha and Red Eye now for Australia, but like Shannon Q, Apologia, this is your guy. Your guy. Quit making fun of America, man. You guys got your own fucking nitwits.
Said to her that, hey, when they were here, they didn't embrace the pagans. They actually converted the pagans. They told them told the pagans that they're too superstitious. So, but I've been in their homes and they have, these demonic Hindu gods and statues. And
get to the point.
I was looking around and I actually found a statue, or like how those totem poles are, right? Pole right in the living room can lead to your home being cursed. And here's the thing, I want to point something out. Satan cannot curse you, because once you're saved, God protects you from that.
Alright, fuck, this is long.
I don't know, I kind of feel bad for this kid. He looks like he's, I don't know what, like 16, 17. He seems like a very misled kid, probably just spouting shit his parents told him, and he's just very confused.
Very adamant, though.
No,
I'll give him that.
I remember growing up. Sorry, go on.
No, I was supposed to say, like, his website that he made was, good God.
I was going to say, I remember growing up, I had a couple of Catholic neighbors, some Mexican Catholic neighbors, and they had a couple of unique beliefs as well. Like, for example, they believed that they were big fans of Yu-Gi-Oh! For maybe a couple months, but their parents told them that Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards were satanic. And they thought that, I guess, like, I mean, they're obviously just like pieces of paper with drawings on them, but they thought that like the characters in the Yu-Gi-Oh cards were like gonna like come out of the cards and kill them or some weird shit like that. They believed that if you played different songs backwards, you would hear say like evil messages in them. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty complex with a lot of religions. It's like just pseudoscientific shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wanting on our channel, because I just kind of want to go through what he really believes, because I can see it in his website. He
Oh, is Von Helton in the chat?
That's a different Von. That's our favorite Von Helton. That's the one
that guy's still alive, by the way?
Yeah, he's still alive.
You've got the channel God the Good One. This is Von the Good One.
Yeah. But his website is, God, holy shit.
Was he the one with the like damn near Nazi-esque KKK website?
Yes.
Okay, see, I wouldn't have expected that coming from a 16-year-old Canadian. Can I just say that it's a little shocking?
Now, is his website interesting at all, or is it kind of like meh?
No, it's something you kind of look at and like, oh my God, this
depends on your definition of interesting.
Can we check it out then?
There's a lot of hate speech in it.
We're gonna get flagged, maybe?
Yeah, we might get flagged.
We've already probably been demonetized. We're just not gonna take the next step into like actually being
all right.
I'll send it to you.
Sure,
okay.
Yeah.
Because, gee, this, like I said, this guy this is why I said it borderlines his hood. It almost just like either a discount Jason Voorhees or just borderline KKK. He already calls himself the Kruger Clan, so he's just one K away from
that one special K.
And it's just, yeah, this kid. I don't think we will like try to convert him or anything, like, just, or at least try to talk him down. But I just kind of want to get.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I just checked out his website. He's got some anti-Semitic language on here for one thing. A lot of anti-gay messaging. Wow. This guy's clearly gotten mind fucked.
I mean, even watching the video we've just watched, I don't expect the rhetoric from his website to come from this guy.
He has a tab called The Jewish War on Christians. This guy's one step away from being part of the alt-right. I mean, you might even call him alt-right already.
Yeah.
Jews are pro-homosexual and pro-abortion than even atheists.
You got to see what he writes on homosexuality.
Even those dirty atheists.
It's goddamn. So yeah, he's gonna be coming on next Monday with the Atheist Rationale.
Yes, I'm sure he'll be a lot of fun to have on.
Remind me to smoke before that one.
Yeah, fuck me.
All right.
So yeah. So I guess we'll go ahead and announce what we want to, because that was the last video.
I thought you had a Von Helton video in the playlist too, though.
Oh shit, did I not?
We did actually. Did you? Were you able to grab it in time?
I don't think I was.
Well, I guess we'll save it for next week.
We can talk about it because it's fun
sure.
as fuck.
Well, I'll put it to you like this. For those who haven't seen it, there's Von Helton video out there where he's wearing a pentagram that looks like bling because it's hanging all the way down to his navel, and he's wearing a fucking Doctor Strange cape, clutching his Elder Scrolls, and framing his totem.
Yeah, Helton's been on the internet for a long time. I know that he began his YouTube channel like probably over 5 years ago at this point, and he's always been part of these like niche, Christian conspiracy theorist groups like that. I remember he debated one of my friends a while back called the Frost Review, and he accused my friend Frost of like plagiarizing his uncle's name or some shit like that. He's a very unique fellow.
Yeah, I think he. I'll tell you, Vaughn was probably one of the first guys we ever covered on this show. But of all the Vaughn knowledge I had acquired, I did not know until a few weeks ago that he's Karate Kyle.
Yeah.
He's the
Never
meme.
heard of that guy before. Karate Kyle.
You ever seen the meme with the kid in the karate suit? And it's like they did this, so I did this type meme or whatever.
I'm looking at it right now. This looks like some meme, like a meme from a long time ago. This guy,
Yeah.
Karate Kyle, is actually Von Helton.
That is Von Helton.
Well, I kind of see, yeah, he's got like the same weak jawline, so I can see that being Von Helton.
That seal-like facial structure going on.
Wow.
He's been kissed by a rose on the grave.
Damn.
Yeah, little Von Helton trivia there.
If you want to see his videos without actually going through Von Helton's little bit shoot, we got the Von Helton in our in our chat right now, who's worth a sub because he always uploads the stuff. Fucking fantastic. He gets even the Facebook streams. So
Yeah, don't bother giving Von Helton subscribers. Subscribe to the one in here. He's got everything you need to see anyway. Which is where I pulled that video from this week, by the way. So shout out to the Von Helton that's hanging out with us.
Well, I can see why. I mean, looking at the picture of Von Helton back then, I can see why a person like him would be vulnerable to conspiracy theories. I think that people that get involved in it are usually social outcasts. These are people that don't fit in usually, so they feel a sense of superiority and they feel special by latching on to crazy shit on the internet to feel like they're unique.
How dare you talk about the inventor of the stealth bomber?
The stealth bomber? That's new to me.
He designed it, man.
he's also the what is he?
He's a ninja. He trained under a ninja.
Vampire, toothless vampire.
Yeah, he's like a mage now, isn't he? He's got the Elder Scrolls.
I need to learn about my my Von Helton trivia. Clearly.
Well, no, I think he's a wizard. That's the terminology he used, if I'm not mistaken. That he's a wizard.
He's also,
You're a wizard, Von.
He also is the inspiration behind Punisher.
Yeah.
Marvel copied off of him.
Mm-hmm. They took his life story to create the Punisher. Didn't he once say that he was like put on meat hooks and shit too, but he won't show his back to show off the scars?
Well, that would be nasty. I don't blame him. Looks like an old saggy vagina probably at this point.
Made of nothing but old saggy vaginas. Von Helton, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, so real quick, before we do let Nate shell out his channel and we shell out ours, we are having a contest of sorts. What's the prize? Being the third geek. We are looking for a third member to come onto the show with us, to rip videos with us, to come on some of the hangouts and stuff like that. So, basically what we would like for you guys to do is either, if you don't have to, if you don't want to, but send us a video of why you think you should be the third geek. You can send this to it by Twitter, Facebook, whatever you have us on. If you have me on Facebook, Frank Wolf, you can send it there too. Because we are looking to fill in spots, and we want to see what you guys got, why you think you should be a third geek or something. I don't know. So we are having that. I don't think we did a deadline to when the videos need to be in or anything. So
No, not yet. But yeah, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then shoot us a video. I will say up front though, it's something we're going to be looking for someone who can maintain somewhat of a regular attendance as far as being here on the show, and you have to also not mind if I sexually harass you.
Yes. So if you're listen to this later, let us know. So we are looking for a third geek. We will take recommendations too. If you want to say, hey, I like this guy who was on your channel before, I think he should be it. So just let us know. So yeah, go ahead and Nate, go ahead and shell out your channel again. And
we also have some people in the chat that are curious about your Twitter as well.
All right, yeah, sure. Like basically all of my social media is all one word, Nate Talks to You. Yeah, on Twitter and Facebook, I post actively covering stuff like atheism or just any kind of political news happenings that I find interesting. On my YouTube channel, I cover atheism. I covered a lot of political different topics, different news stories. A couple different videos I want to make in the future. Like I make a series called Bullshit Busted, where I cover different stuff. Like I debunk chemtrails, for example. But like we covered in today's show, I wanted to make a debunking episode about urine therapy. So that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love the urine therapy.
Hell yeah.
So, but his channel is in the description below with our guest. I'm pretty sure you probably have it linked, like all your Twitter and stuff like that, linked to there too.
Mm-hmm.
So, easy to find. Nate Talks to You. And I'm going to go ahead and let it go to Brand, and we will close out the show.
All right. So, yeah, guys, as always, if you enjoyed the stream, leave us a thumbs up. Give you guys the obligatory subscribe and ring the notification bell if you haven't already done so. We'd love to be able to tell you that YouTube will let you know when we go live or upload. Can't make that promise, but it's probably the best way to find out what we're doing. Also, guys, if you will, check down below in the description section. You'll see links to Alex's Lemonade Stand Foundation. It's a group raising money for childhood cancer. We got the link down there. You'll go straight to them. We won't touch any of the money for all of our detractors out there for that last charity we ran. Also, guys, like we said, Nate's YouTube channel is down below in the description section. Also, we have the nightmare-fueled P.O. Box that is still open. That's P.O. Box, the Geek Room, 4359 Wade Hampton Boulevard, Taylor, South Carolina, 29687. Also, all of our patrons are listed down below, so we want to give a shout-out to them. Thank them for their continued support of the channel. Speaking of Patreon, that link and all the other pertinent links to support the channel are listed down below if you feel like that's something you'd want to do. Of course, all of the affiliate links as well. If you're going to use services for Amazon, Player One Coffee, or Dank Geek, use our link down below. We'll get a little kickback of the proceeds, and all of our social media outlets are listed down below as well. So, yeah, I think that'll about do it. And really quickly, just a shout out to James and his channel. He is still one of the sponsors here on the Geek Room. So his link is down below. I think he's actually about to drop a new roast video soon. So that should be interesting.
Yeah. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to our Twitch because I don't know if we'll be able to find anything else over there. If Twitch, from what Nate told us, Twitch might even ban us too. So we're fucked either way. So, guys, we was post show would be in about 5 to 10 minutes. We will see you guys later.
What did Wild Bill put in his hair to get that perm? Rain Florence ass piss. Calling it right now.